Hello, and welcome to another WWE 2K23 showcase mode watch along. This one, as you can see on the screen, is from Vengeance 2003, and it's when the Undertaker first took on John Cena in singles competition. Probably not the first, actually, but whatever. It's the first really famous one, and it's the first chronologically between Undertaker and Cena in showcase mode, because there are two. Anyway, waffle. I'm not going to be showing this. I'm not going to be showing the match because copyright law is a thing. You need to fire up your own version of the WWE Network or Peacock or whatever. Open up Vengeance 2003. Use the jump to thingamajiggy to go to John Cena versus Undertaker. And then pause it here. And then we're going to synchronize pressing play and watch it together. So, pause my video, go set yourself up, pause the network, and then unpause my video, and we'll take it from there. Right, I'm going to assume people have done that because, you know, you can have paused me, so I don't need to wait any time, do I? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to click my play button, my X button on my PlayStation, if anyone's curious, of how I'm watching it. I'm going to press that button as close to the microphone as I can, so hopefully it picks it up. But just in case it doesn't, I'll also leave the first few seconds of footage on the screen before fading it out, just so you can make sure you're roughly in sync with me. Okay? So, without further ado, let's go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. You might have heard me press play. You can see what's happening, and we'll fade it out about now. There we go. Thugonomic Cena. A lot of people's favorite incarnation of Cena. Let me know your favorite in the comments. Why not? Kind of wild. Undertaker was 13 years in here, and Cena was 1. Into his Undertaker run, I should say. Not into his wrestling run. Yo. Oh, let's listen to this, actually. Some of this might not age well, but there's a "you can't see me" to the crowd. So far, pretty lame. Wow. Well, that's lovely. Well. Okay. Get the crowd to swear for you, then you haven't done it. Smart. Okay, so that was actually one of the more underwhelming Cena raps, I reckon. I hope so, anyway. Maybe it's one of those rose-tinted spectacle situations where it was never that good. I don't know. Give me some, in the comments, give me some classic Cena raps to go back and watch, where he was, like, actually really good. I'd be curious. But yeah, Cena Taker. Oh, he's not riding his bike down the ramp. I wonder if it's a space issue around the ring or something. +11 years? It was 1990, wasn't it? So that's, well, it's nearly 13 years. Or he's just sitting there staring at Cena. I write Cena's rhymes. Shouldn't be proud of that one. Person in the crowd. Yeah, no, he's not riding down to the ring. He's gonna walk it. He's not going to waste time with the motorcycle. He's going to sit on it for like a good minute or two and then walk really slowly. I would argue this is wasting more time. I wonder if they didn't move the ring steps and they were like, oh, you're not going to be able to do your little round the ring thing. Or if they already decided he wasn't going to do the round the ring thing, so they didn't move the steps. What came first, the chicken or the egg? What came first, Undertaker not riding his bike or the steps being left in place? These are the big questions. Okay, let's see how this goes then, shall we? It was 1990 that Undertaker showed up, wasn't it? Survivor Series. It wasn't 91. I'm pretty sure it was 1990. I'm sure he won the title in 91, didn't he? Oh, Cena slapping Taker. Uh-oh. Whee! Into the body. Into the ribs. So, I'm going to take this quick opportunity to mention I have uploaded and published at the same time the playthrough of this match on Showcase Mode on 2K23 over on EBEZASimsgames. And I've also, at the same time, published the match simulation on WWE 2K23 of this match on EBEZASimsgames. The links to both those channels are in the description, but you can just wait till the end of the video for the annotations on the end screen to pop up, and they'll take you directly to whichever of the two videos you decide to click on. So there you go. John Cena having a drink of water. Bottle of water, as the meme goes. I love how that got an oh from the crowd, like that's the most savage thing that's ever happened. Someone spitting water in someone's face. I've always wondered how the wrestler delivering that doesn't really hurt their hand. Because they put the hand, they deliberately do it with the hands clasped behind the back so they don't, like, bash the person's spine off metal. Which is, you know, which is nice of them. You know, it's reasonable to do that, to protect your opponent in this context. But does that not just, like, absolutely tan the hand that's, like, squished between your opponent's back and the metal? Maybe they're just tough, and it does hurt, but they just tough it out. Or maybe there's, like, some secret to it that I'm not seeing. But yeah, I always wonder when I see that move, how did that not really hurt his hand? Teach this boy a lesson, he says. Turkey on Thanksgiving. Oofed. Yeah, he did, Taz. Oh, right. Donkey punched him. Back of the head. Not very nice, this Undertaker fella, is he? Bit nasty. Someone should have told John Cena. Doing all that rapping about him, turns out he's actually not a very nice man. Oh, bye, Felicia. Oh, he bounced. For some reason, I had it in my head that when I did the showcase mode, I don't know why, I don't know what sort of gave that impression, or maybe nothing, and it was just an assumption on my behalf. But I thought this was like the title match on the show. So when I was looking for this show, I couldn't remember what show exactly it was. So I was just like, oh, it'll just say that Undertaker defends the WWE title against John Cena, right? But I couldn't find one that said that, and that's because it's not the WWE title match at all. I just made that up, it seems. Nice timing on the then. And the foghorn. Uh-oh. Old school into chokeslam. This is a nice short watch along. There's another nice foghorn timing. Bet that's not annoying to be sat next to at all, is it? Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, naughty, naughty. Silly Undertaker could have won the match already. Doesn't do John Cena many favors there, does it? Like, because I don't feel like if anyone knows the nature of WWE 2K23's showcase mode, I don't think like it's a massive spoiler. I am going to talk about the result of this match now, so I apologize if anyone is waiting for it and hasn't seen this before. But Undertaker wins. That's all of the showcase mode is seen as losses, basically. But what that's done, basically, is basically giving Undertaker 2 wins over Cena in the one match, which doesn't do Cena any favors, does it? Like, if Cena then won, Undertaker would look strong because he'd be like, well, I already kind of beat him, didn't I? Do you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't have to say it. It'd just be, like, implied. I like Bryan Danielson. I made that joke when I was playing Showcase as well. I have till 5. But, yeah, it's like, it just makes Cena look weaker, right? We talked during the Kurt Angle John Cena match about Kurt's amazing ability to give someone a complete rookie so much offense, and it seemed believable even against Kurt Angle, and how giving that was. And now I'm not saying for a second Undertaker isn't giving, because look at the stuff he did with Maven and what have you. And I'm not saying he's making John Cena look weak, but I just think that was a bad booking / agenting decision to have Undertaker visually beat Cena and break up his own pin and then beat him anyway. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that does anything. Like, look, 20 years on, no one cares. John Cena did absolutely fine, which is why I always laugh when people talk about people being, like, buried because they've lost a match. Because, like, I wonder how many times people talked about Cena getting buried. Like, I bet the fact that he basically lost this match twice had people riled up. Oh, why'd you bury Cena like that? He's the new guy. He needs, you know, the help to get to that next level and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, there's a case. There's a case to be made for that point. I get it. But at the same time, clearly it just doesn't matter, does it? No one loss really matters, I don't think. Some losses have proven to bury someone and be the end of someone's push / even career in some extreme cases. But that's just coincidence, I would say. Because there's enough examples where someone's taken a loss, even a humiliating loss, and then they've just come back from it. Look, if Drew McIntyre can now be Drew McIntyre when he was at one point Drew McIntyre in 3MB, ain't no one buried. Just saying, ain't no one buried. 2 members of 3MB went on to become WWE champions. Ain't no one buried. Wrestling has a short memory for a lot of things. So I do think people like to overuse the term buried. But don't really mean buried. Like, sorry, got a bit of an ADHD moment then. I just zoned out. Yeah, a bit of blood coming from Taker's mouth, I think it's coming from. Oh. There's one. A la Brock Lesnar. I was just thinking a la Brock Lesnar. I was about to say, alright, Lesnar. Oh dear. Weird looking blood. I don't know if it's just like the old recording equipment and it's limited number of colours and stuff, but it's so bright. Looks like a poorly calculated sweet and sour sauce. Doesn't it? Like when your sweet and sour sauce is a bit too sweet or a bit too sour and it's like that bright radioactive red colour instead of the nice orange that usually implies it's about right. Is Undertaker's eyes rolling up into his head? Surely not. That would never happen. I mean, granted, this version of Undertaker didn't really do that, but still. I stand by my joke. Oh, here's that dragon sleep he likes. Cena's got the ropes, though. What do we all make of, like, Biker Taker? Be it the American Badass, or be it Big Evil, or be it all of that combined. I personally am not against it. Like, I like this version of Taker, but a lot of people really don't. I'm just curious what everyone thinks. So let me know in the comments thoughts on this particular sort of type of Undertaker. The sort of, when was it he came back? Was it 2000? Was it mid 2000? He was like, I think it was like Judgment Day 2000, right? The Iron Man match that he interfered in. And this is like 3 years on now. So it was around for a while. I think it's this November he gets buried alive and comes back at WrestleMania the next year, 2004, as the Dead Man, right? So he has like a 3.5 year run as a human, if you like. And in that time, you know, he was WWE champion. He kicked out Hogan's leg drop. He got eliminated from the Royal Rumble by Maven. There were definite highs and lows. And I think that was the thing I like about this version, was a bit more flexibility to move up and down the card. He was hardcore champion. Imagine the Dead Man version of Undertaker as hardcore champion. Just don't know if that would make a lot of sense. But this version, fine. You know, you can turn into a hardcore wrestler for a bit. Why not? Oh, boot him in the mush. Boot him in the mush. And there's the leg drop. Taker Mania running wild. You love to see it. Oh, just about kicks out. I can't in fact believe that John Cena kicked out of a leg drop from The Undertaker. Yes. Okay. Oh, Cena struggling. Oh, just donkey punches him again, right in the back of the head. This bit's weird. I remember this from Showcase. What's like happening here? Like, what's happening in kayfabe? Explain this to me. Because if he's choking him, referee should be just doing the count to make him let go. And what's happening in real life? Has someone forgotten what they're doing or something? Or was this a planned spot? Because it's not a very good one if it is. There's better ways to get the referee to not see that chain spot than have Undertaker lie there awkwardly sort of half choking Cena for way too long than he should have been allowed to by any competent referee. I don't know. Struck me as weird during the showcase match, and it strikes me as weird during the watch-along, to be honest. I haven't recorded it yet, but safe to assume we won't have that awkward moment in the simulated match, because I don't think that's a move on the game. So at least we only get it in 2 out of 3, and like Meatloaf said, that ain't bad. I don't think that's what he meant, though. So, to clarify, Undertaker got a very visual pin that he voluntarily let up with a chokeslam. Then he gets to kick out of the FU after a weapon shot to the injured ribs, and then he's still just going to win. It seems a bit harsh on Cena, this. Like I say, 20 years on, hindsight, didn't matter. But I do see why people might have had an issue with this match. I don't know if people did at the time, but, I mean, smart fans weren't quite as common back then, but I mean, it was getting to that point, wasn't it? It was getting to that point. Oh, that was a good last ride. He just, like, launched him, didn't he? That was like a last ride jackknife. Like, Kevin Nash always used to just release the powerbomb instead of driving him down. It's kind of what he did to Cena there. Just released him, just let him float to the floor. But he didn't float. He sunk through the air like a stone. Anyway, there we go. There's the match. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts on, like, the whole burial thing, because I imagine if I were to be able to easily find articles from 2003 about this match, people would have been like, buried Cena, you know, unnecessary. Like, why did Taker have to look so strong? I mean, obviously, he doesn't look strong. He's bleeding out his mouth and lying on the floor after the win. But you get what I mean. To kick out of the other guy's finisher, not even let him kick out of a chokeslam, and pull his shoulder up, and then still beat the guy, does seem a bit excessive. But Cena was fine, like I've said a few times now. So, you know, mustn't grumble too much. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of what I'm saying about this and just any other things I've asked. Don't forget to leave a like if you've enjoyed this video as well. It's greatly appreciated. Helps me out a great deal. Also, subscribe if you're new here. And now, very shortly, the other videos are going to appear on your screen on the video to give you the option of the simulated game or me actually playing it. So feel free to click one of those. And don't forget to subscribe to the other channels as well. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.